Hey, this is Isaac, and I would like to share with you how I capture that sound. Sounds good? Let's go. Okay, let's talk first about the tuning of the drums. As I told you before, that should be your starting point to capture any type of sound you're going for. There's a few ways to get the sound I got today. You could use moon gels, gaff tape, or you can remove the bottom heads from the drums. What I did today was that I cut some old heads and I got some dampeners. That's a really cool sound, and it's very practical because it's really fast to put on and take off. You don't get sticky heads, and it's really cool. What I used to cut them was the bass drum hose hole. This is really cool. It's actually for the bass drum, so you can open a hole for the mic. And the cool thing is that you can adjust the size of the hole, and you can do a lot of things with it. So this is how they look on the heads. As you can see, they're not exactly the same size. They are a little bit smaller. And even though they move a bit when I'm playing, they don't make any noises that the microphones can pick up. For the bass drum, I'm using acoustic foam, and it's really cool because I can adjust how open or dry I want to have my bass drum. On the 4710, I'm running on channels 1 and 2 overheads. I'm using the fast setting for compression, solid state, and I have about 3 dB of gain reduction. On channels 3 and 4, I have room mics, fast setting for compression, tube setting, and I also have about 3 dB of gain reduction. On the DBX on top, I'm running the bass drum. I have 10 dB of gain reduction over easy setting. The ratio is 10:1, and I have about 8 dB of gain. On the second DBX, I'm running the snare drum. I have 10 dB of gain reduction over easy setting, ratio 10:1, and I have about 5 dB of gain. This is how I'm using the room mics. One is pointing to the living room and capturing the natural reverb. The second one is pointing to the drums, capturing the reverb from the hallway and the sound of the room. That signal, I'm duplicating it and panning it stereo. And the mono room mic, I'm panning it on the center. Okay, now I'll show you which plugins I'm using and how I'm processing the audio. Let's start with the overheads. The overheads were recorded with the compression of the 4710. I added smack from Avid, fast attack, fast release, ratio 20:1. For EQ, I'm cutting almost 35, 313, 855, almost 4K, and I'm boosting 6K. Let's listen. I'm also cutting 417. Let's listen. On the kick, I'm using Sheps 73, and I'm boosting almost 5K. Let's listen. I'm also cutting 38, boosting 93, cutting 143 and 855. Let's listen. This plugin is really cool. It's from Plugin Alliance. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it's really cool. The kick was recorded with a compression of the DBX 160X. I added smack, fast attack, fast release, ratio 6:1. Let's listen. I'm using smack attack from Waves. This is really cool. It controls the sustain. Check it out. Okay, on the kick out, no EQ, some compression, fast attack, very slow release, ratio 10:1. BX boom. Smack attack. Okay, now the snare. Using the shapes, boosting 110 and a little bit of 12K. I'm also adding the drive. Same thing, the snare was recorded with the compression of the DBX. I'm adding more with the smack, a lot of compression actually. Still fast attack, also fast, and very fast release, ratio 20:1. And here I'm cutting 419, 25, and 860. Smack attack, control the sustain. This plugin is really cool because you can also add saturation. Check it out. It's really cool. Now the floor tom. I'm cutting 50, 54, 86, 488, and a little bit of 899. Compression, actually a lot of compression. Fast attack, mildly fast release, ratio 10:1. Now the tom. Okay, I'm cutting 51, boosting 126, cutting 174, boosting 2K basically. Well, we're gonna have to wait until it sounds again. Okay, for compression, a lot of compression, fast attack. Actually, it's the same settings for the floor tom. Let's listen. Okay, now these mics are really important. The room mics, I'm not using any reverb. It's only the reverb from the room mics. I'm cutting 72, 417, almost 4K, and I'm boosting 8K. Let's listen. They were recorded with compression from the 4710. I'm adding a lot more. Fast attack, fast release, ratio 6:1. Let's listen. And I'm cutting a little bit of 2K. No, I'm sorry, 6K. Okay, now let's check out the other two room mics. All the reverb comes from these three room mics. Okay, the settings for EQ and compression are exactly the same. I'm cutting 29, well, almost 30. 419 4K. Let's listen. They were recorded with compression from the 4710. I'm adding more with smack, fast attack, fast release, ratio 6:1 on both. Let's listen. Okay. I'm using these settings today to distort the signal on purpose and create this really cool vibe. Obviously, if I wanted to record clean drums, I couldn't use this much compression. Also, the EQ I'm using today is based on my room, and I'm pretty sure if I use this on a different room, the results wouldn't be the same. I guess at the end of the day, it's just using your ears and knowing which frequencies to cut. Well, I hope you enjoyed it and it makes you want to start experimenting at your own studio. I'd like to know what was your favorite part of the video, and I would love to hear what you guys are working on. So please send me your links or audios. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. And remember, I appreciate a like, a subscription, and I'll see you soon, okay? Take care.